Cheers, everybody. Your host, Paul Sfirlia here. I'm super excited to welcome you to the first episode ever of Hospitality Secrets podcast. I will start a podcast about what I learned about hospitality and what I'm still learning and I'm discovering about hospitality experiences and what we should do with this industry to make it a better place. So this is the first episode ever. In this episode, it will be a little bit longer than the rest of the episodes because in this episode, I want to tell you a little bit about my backstory, where I came from, what am I doing, and the most important, why am I doing what am I doing? Why am I doing this podcast? What's the main reason why we will hear each other in this format from now on? So the hospitality, the podcast is called Hospitality Secrets because with me, to be honest, my backstory is everything started when I was a little child. To be honest, I grew up as a poor child. My parents were always fighting about the money, but they were constantly fighting every single day. The only memories that I'm having from my parents was them fighting about money and we cannot afford things. So this was one of the things that when I was growing up, I had constantly problems with money. Finally my parents divorced and I was they loved also me and my brother, both of the parents, but they couldn't agree about the money and we actually were kind of poor. We couldn't afford. I have a lot of unfortunate not so nice memories regarding buying things and affording things. I was supposed just to be okay with just what I'm having because I have clothes, I can go. I could went to school, so from an early age I had to take some to work to earn some money, to make some money, to start affording buying things and supporting my family also. At a very early age, I started as a car washer. I was washing cars. It was a job that I was absolutely hating. I was so ashamed. My friends coming there at the car wash and see me washing cars. I was embarrassed about having that job, but I needed the money. I needed to support my family. I needed to buy things. Second job that I have still at an early age was like a carpenter. The place where my mother was working, they were doing like furniture. And I went there and helping them with things, putting things together just to earn some money so I can support me and my family. Third job, I was at high school already. It was as a fast food worker. I worked in a Mexican-inspired fast food. I was making fries and things and fajitas, and I was actually cooking before even being adult, before I had 18 years old. So I was kind of working in the hospitality industry in a way, in a fast food. I was working with people, and I kind of like it. Later, I worked as a sales assistant at Bershka, at a clothing store, which meant I had to speak with people to help them choose their clothes. It was a thing that I liked because I always liked socializing, and as you see, I start a podcast because I like talking. I always like enjoying and talking with people and saying my ideas, letting go to my ideas to the world. This was the job that I had. And when I finished the high school, I went to college, and in the college, it was an interesting thing for me. I was going to a specific bar here in my hometown, and there was a waitress that I really liked. We were looking to each other. She was blonde. She had a tattoo on her back. She was really cool, and I kind of like her. So slowly, I started talking with her. I asked for her number. Her name was Bianca. And we started talking, and at some point we started dating. Luckily, I started dating her. She was a waitress in a bar, and to take some time from her work, I was going to that bar and helping her to wash the dishes in order for her to finish earlier so we can go out at a date. So this was my meeting her. By the way, she's my wife now, so I liked it so much that I felt in love with her, and to be honest, I started loving the place, the bar. I was just washing dishes and watching to people and staying in the bar, and I liked it so much because, to be honest, I was going out a lot. I was going through a lot of bars, to restaurants to see, but I was never thinking about the bartender experience, the experience that the bartender and the waiter is having, and what does it mean to be a hospitality industry worker. So I fell in love slowly with that job. I started the bartending course because I really like it. That moment, something happened to me. I started working into a club, and it was like I felt in love with two things. With Bianca, which is my wife now, and I still love her, and she's the main reason why I started doing this amazing job. And second thing that I felt in love with was hospitality industry. That was the moment that I really knew that I know what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to spend my life in hospitality industry. I want to understand this job. I absolutely love this industry. I think I was made for this industry. Even at the former working places that I have, I always liked the socializing part, the part with hospitality. This is the thing that I liked to do. I didn't like to work too much, to be honest, in my previous jobs, but this was the thing that I liked, staying and socializing and talking with people. So at that point, I started bartending, and I entered into a club. First night was a mess. I didn't understand anything, but slowly, I realized a few things. I still can lively remember the first day into the bar, when I entered into the bar, and I didn't know the recipes, I didn't know how to make cocktails, I didn't know the prices, so I didn't know anything, and it was like a chaos for me. I was super frustrated. I didn't know what to do. I think that I was so ashamed and I was so embarrassed from the people in front of me, from my guests, because I didn't know what to do. I was just staying there like a stupid and looking to them, and they were telling me names. Make me a Cuba Libre, make me a mojito. And I was like, okay, one second. And I was going to my colleague to ask him, how can I make the Cuba Libre? How can I make the mojito? So it was like a total chaos. First days when I started that job, bartending, I didn't like it. I absolutely hated, to be honest with you. I really hated bartending. First days, weeks, if I remember well. I was constantly thinking that I was so stupid that I left Bershka. It was so nice in that environment. I was just selling clothes. I didn't have to make a lot of drinks and talk with people in the same time. It was chaos. Until one night, I still remember that night. I was panicked in the bar. At some point I stopped. I listened to the song and I started smiling. And I smiled and I said, okay, I'm just having fun. So from that moment I started seeing this job, this industry, we're just having fun serving others. So that was like an aha moment for me when I completely felt in love with this job. I quit college. I was in the third year. The hardest thing about this was telling my mom that after 3 years, Mom, I will stop going to college because I'm working as a bartender. And she was like, Paul, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? I said, Mother, I don't know. I just want to be in the hospitality industry. Is the place where I'm really feeling I'm belonging to. I need to be there with people, to offer people like memorable experiences. So my mom said, okay, if these things makes you happy, this is it. So this is how I started working in the hospitality industry. And the real thing that I wanted in the hospitality industry is that I felt that I really want to make the hospitality industry a better place, and a better and a happier place. So I wanted to make a better and happier place for the staff first, then for the guests, then for the owner, for everybody. I really liked the industry, and I really felt that I can have an impact and make this industry a better place and a happier place for every people that enter into it, into a bar, into a restaurant, in the hospitality industry outlet. So this was like what I had very cloudly in my mind. But the first thing that I wanted to do when I entered into the bar, and I said, I really like this job and I really want to be the best bartender into the world. So this was my biggest desire. I wanted to become the best bartender into the world. And I wanted to do it by winning global competitions. And I was super motivated to participate and to win World Class, which World Class is the most prestigious cocktail competition around the world at this point. So I really wanted to be the best bartender into the world. This was my biggest desire, but actually, to be honest, my internal desire, this is what I wanted to achieve. But my internal desire, what I really wanted to, I'm thinking now, is me growing as a poor child. My biggest desire was to escape poverty. I wanted to buy things. I wanted to afford to buy some things. I wanted, because the hospitality, so I really wanted to afford to buy things, to buy something, not to be poor anymore. So this was my internal desire of being the best bartender into the world and offering high-end experiences to the guests and memorable and remarkable experiences to the guests in front of me and to all the people that are coming to the place where I am working. So this was one of the big desires that I have, because to be honest, I really wanted to find a way to earn enough money to support my new family, and so that my child and my wife shouldn't go through the memories that I had about being grown as a poor child, not having enough money, not affording to buy things. I was very frustrated because I was very poor. So that's why I wanted to, this was how I was thinking, if I can be the best bartender into the world, for sure I will make money. I will escape the poverty. For sure I can support my family, my wife and my son, and I'll have a happy life. So this was what I really wanted to do. And to be honest, I tried to do this. My whole thing that I was thinking is, first I started as a flair tender. I was making flair, throwing bottles. I said, this is the thing I have to make show. Then, to be honest, I was a dance tender. I was always dancing. At some point, I had some problems when I was working into a club because I was dancing too much, and people were complaining because I'm dancing more than I'm serving, and people were waiting, but I wanted to dance. So at some point I was a dance tender. Then I learned barista skills. I learned to make coffee. I said, okay, I like coffee. I like to drink coffee. I want to learn how to make coffee. But then I started being a mixology tender. I started mixing cocktails, thinking just about flavors. I was not thinking about how much they cost. I was just mixing the most expensive liquids that I had in the back bar, and it didn't matter if I would make profit from that drink or just mixing it. And I was just trying to invent new flavors, to reinvent the wheel in the drinks culture, to be honest. I wanted to be like, I really love the mixology part, and this was the niche that I took. I started going to cocktail competitions. This changed me a little bit, and I was preparing a lot for cocktail competition. I like to say that I was a competition tender. So I went to all the cocktail competition that I could find here in Romania, and I really liked going. But honestly, it was very hard. I was not earning enough money to support my passions, to invest in the ingredients and in all the things that I had to invest for the cocktail competition. So at that point, I remember that my girlfriend from that point, Bianca, she was actually working as a waitress, and she was supporting me. She was giving me money. She was paying all the utilities. She was paying everything for me, so I can prepare myself to go to mixology competitions and to win and to be the best bartender into the world. So in this way, we wouldn't have money problem anymore. So this was the mentality that I had. I liked that period. I was preparing a lot. I was working every day. I was thinking just about cocktail competitions. I said, this is the thing I have to win to be the best bartender into the world, and then I will definitely escape poverty. So I was a competition tender. It didn't work, to be honest. I couldn't be the best bartender into the world. I tried. It wasn't for me. I cannot be the best bartender into the world. Are people who are more passionate, more smart than me. So then I was an event tender. I started going to events, just organizing events, and like to see the whole experience that we were offering to the participants to that event. So I kind of like it. This was the things that I was constantly doing, trying to achieve my desire, my external and my internal desires in the road of my life. But at some point, in that period, I had the call. I moved to Bucharest. I was living in Cluj-Napoca, my hometown, and I moved to Bucharest to start being a better bartender. That was a slightly point, because from that moment, I stopped being actually the bartender. I didn't work into the bar anymore, and I started being the Diageo Bar Academy trainer in Romania. So I started delivering trainings for the bar staff. Sorry. I started delivering trainings for the bar staff in the hospitality industry for Diageo, in order to teach them how to make great drinks, to offer great services. So I liked so much this role of being the trainer and driving. Actually, I was driving all week. I was driving with my car and going to different cities in Romania, and I was training bartenders, and went to bars and restaurants, and I was training bartenders, waiters, managers, and I was training all the type of bar staff. And I said that this is the call for me. I liked it very much. At some point, I became being so passionate about it, investing so much time. Actually, to be honest, when I was in Bucharest in that period, I was constantly working. I had no time. I was working non-stop. So at some point, I became better and better. And Diageo, the company Diageo, noticed this, and they offered me a role as a head trainer for Eastern Europe. I had 9 countries in Eastern Europe to help them implementing the Diageo Bar Academy trainings to the bar staff. So I need to coach the trainers, help the companies to plan, to develop and to deliver the trainings for the bar staff in the Romanian neighbor countries. So there are like 9 countries. At some point I will tell you the countries. But that period was very nice for me, and I liked it very much, delivering trainings all day, traveling, but I was working non-stop. I had no break. I was just working. My whole life was working. For 3 years, while I stood in Bucharest, I was just working. I don't know how my wife stood with me that period, because the only break that I had was going to coffee with my wife in the morning. That's it. And then I was working. No friends, no went out, nothing, just work. So it was very intense for me, but I felt that this is the call. This is what I need to do. At some point, if I wasn't stopping to do that, I for sure I would burn out, and I would stop, and it would turn up in a mess. But the new thing, I discovered something at some point which completely changed my entire life, and it's a guy from America. His name is Sean Finter. He has a bar consulting company called Barmetric, which is one of the biggest bar consulting companies in the world. So I discovered his content and his skills, and he was talking very nice about bars, restaurants, about hospitality industry. So he was like, wow, I was so impressed about him. Sean, if you listen to this, respect, man, you completely changed my life, and you were a guru for me. I studied all his material. I bought his course. He at some point he did a bar consultant launch program. He did a program to help the consultants to launch their company. So I bought his course and I followed it. I really did all the moves that he said, so I was always taking notes like a crazy. I was writing down hundreds of pages just about info that he delivered in the course. But at some point at the first session, I remember very well, it was like Zoom sessions weekly. So at the first session, we had the Zoom call, and it was Sean talking to us, and I was like hungry for info, to learn new things about how can I have a bigger impact? How can I be a better person in the hospitality industry? And he was saying, he showed us the pyramid, and he said that the consulting part, it's about it starts from being creative. You are very creative. You do menus. You do cocktails. You are very creative about cocktails. And I was so creative about it. And I was doing menus. I was doing consulting to the other places. I was creating recipes because I was a mixology tender before. So I was very creative and creating recipes for bars and restaurants. But that wasn't enough. He said that the second step in the stairs is, after you are being creative, more efficient, actually, more than just being a creative, it's being a consultant. and bringing the knowledge and consult the place. And I said, wow, that's very nice. This is what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a consultant to help the hospitality industry to be a better and a happier place, bar with bar. So I wanted to be a consultant, but he said an interesting thing, and this was like aha moment for me. And he said that the next step after being consultant is being a coach. And I said, wow. He said that the impact that you have, the knowledge that you can transmit as a coach is much higher than what you can transmit by consulting. He said that consulting is not enough. Coaching is the key. Because coaches dig deeper and can solve bigger problems. And I was, wow, that's completely new for me. That's the thing that I wanted to do. And I said, this is what I wanted to do. I want to be a hospitality industry coach to help bars, to help restaurants, to help the whole industry, to help the hospitality industry to be a better place, to be a happier place, to be a better place with better products, with better services, with better experience for the guests. So I was so pumped up that I started my first consulting company. I opened my first business. It was called Joy Tenders. We were the bartenders who bring joy, and to be honest, we didn't really knew what we were. We tried to do something for the industry. We were 5 people. We invest some money in it, and we started doing like building the brand and investing money in the image and the brand, and we didn't know exactly what we do, and we had just a few events. We were making no money. we were just losing money. 5 guys losing money. It wasn't like a happy thing to do. The truth was that I didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what I was doing. We were thinking that we would do also consultancy. We will do like menus. We organize events. We consult companies to launch products. We will be trainers. We will be everything, because now we need to be coaches. But I had no idea how to run a team of 5 people. So we went bankrupt. We didn't have any money left. We split it, all 5 guys taking 5 different directions, because if we continued in that way with that company, we were ending in a big debt. So we didn't want to lose more money. We just wanted to stop it. And this was like a very, very down moment for me, because I realized that I didn't know how to lead, how to organize 5 people to do a consulting to bars and restaurants. So it was like a dark period for me, but at some point in that period, I had a calling. Somebody contacted me to organize the drinks, the part of the drinks from the College of Extraordinary Experiences. That was a big moment for me. That college is like a 4-day experience where all the best experienced designers around the world are gathering and are learning how to design transformational experiences and extraordinary experiences. So I had the privilege to be invited to organize the bar, and we called ourselves the Liquid Experience. In that castle. Actually, it was a castle from 13th century. We were like wearing Harry Potter clothes for 4 days, and we were completely transformed, and we were actually living a movie. Living Harry Potter, to be honest, really, it was that shocked. I am really strongly advise you go to the College of Extraordinary Experiences and see what's this thing about. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And when I went there, I started learning from more guys, but one guy completely changed my mentality. His name is Paul Bulencea. He's from Romania, from Brașov, and he's one of the co-founders of the College of Extraordinary Experiences. So he was really like one of the best experienced designers into the world. So I was very fortunate to talk with him, and I was shooting with hundreds of questions. And he said, you know what you need to do? You need to do here and now creativity. And I was like, wow. Here and now creativity means you have the backstory, you have the whole knowledge. Use your knowledge in this moment to help people that you want to help, to do what you want to do. So having this epiphany, we actually organized the graduation party at that college. So when we went to the college, it was the fourth edition, the fourth year of the college. First 3 years, they never organized a graduation party at that college, and everybody was saying nobody will dance. These people don't want to party. They are here to learn. And we said, okay, let us try to organize a graduation party. I was there with a team of 4 people. We were 5 in total, like top 10 bartenders in Romania. Top 10 mixology bartenders, they are very good guys. And we together organized the graduation party at that college. And we tried to make it like an experience. And we were thinking, how can we make this experience to be extraordinary for some people that were for 5 days were in a castle organizing, designing memorable experiences. So we were like, okay, what can we do? We were thinking that, okay, an experience, it's a memory. So we were start thinking about it. How can we organize all the things in order to offer them a remarkable and a memorable experience, actually to deliver them a memory? So we started first thinking about the drinks that we had, the products. That was a big impact. We tried to make a lot of creative drinks in creative services. So we said that we need the drinks to be absolutely perfect. Then we were thinking, okay, how about the services? A big part of the experience is the services. So we were thinking of, okay, guys, we need to smile. We are all tired. We need to smile. We need to laugh with them. We need to be hospitable. We need to just offer pure hospitality and pure joy during that graduation party in order to make them have fun and dance with us. So we're like, okay, let's do it. We are all offering the best services that we can offer, the best hospitality. And then we start thinking, okay, how can we add the experience? Which is like the top of the pyramid is the experience. How can we make like an experience? And we were brainstorming and we started putting some projections on a wall. We did some 2 fires inside. We asked some DJ to come and put some nice music, and we start building the whole thing from products to services to the experience. And that party was absolutely memorable. Everybody was super crazy, super happy that party happened, and everybody had so much fun, and they stood like till in 6 in the morning, and at 10 in the morning they need to leave the castle and go home. So they were partying so hard because they liked so much the whole experience that we created. Because the thing that we realized in that moment was that it's like the whole hospitality industry, the whole experience that we are offering to our guests are like a pyramid. At the bottom are the products. You need to offer amazing products, at least decent. If you cannot offer amazing products, it should be constantly qualitative, good products. Second step, it's services. Here you need to show hospitality. This is the place where you show the hospitality. And third, the top of the pyramid is the experience. This is the whole thing about an experience. And after I came back from the castle, from the College of Extraordinary Experiences, I knew it. I said, this is the thing. This is what I want to do. This is the thing that I want to make. And coming back, I called one of my ex-colleagues from Joy Tenders, Biro Mihai, and I said to him, Biro, we need to talk. And we meet each other and we said, okay, we need to do a consulting company. Now I know what we need to do to offer experiences, to improve the experience that the bars and restaurants are giving to their guests. And we put it in the name, is Brigada Guest Experience Design. So we need to design the experiences for guests. I mean, this is what we want to do. This is the only way we can make the hospitality industry a better place. We can help hospitality industry to be a happier and a better place for the workers, for the owners, and for the guests. So this was the second consulting company. We said, okay, this is the thing. We started working. We started putting all our experience together, and we started growing it and gather and putting all the things around and organizing and making the strategy. And we actually started consulting. So we organized also experiences. We did an experience, I will tell you in a moment about that experience, in a club. It was called Inferno, where you will go gradually you will go into hell and you will dance in hell, and then you will come back in heaven and you will live in heaven, like 6 hours of totally immersive experience. This is what we started doing, and we started doing some extra consulting to new bars, restaurants who wanted to improve their guest experience and to add something to the whole service that they were offering to their guests. Things were going well, we're growing, and we actually signed a contract with one of the biggest chains of restaurants from Romania. We actually signed a contract for them to consult, to coach their leaders, their managers, and that moment struck. So that was the zero moment. I think you all know it. Coronavirus started. Everybody was calling. Another hotel we were supposed to do coaching with them called us. We cannot do this anymore. Things are going down. I don't think we have money. The biggest chain, the chain of restaurants that I was telling, called us. I think we should stop it now. We'll see what's happening. So it happened. We had no income. Money stopped coming. We were like, okay, we need to do something. So we are still there, but we started doing something. We started a group on Facebook called Leaders Community from the Hospitality Industry from Romania. We tried helping them there to gather leaders, which are the people who are running a team, and to have a bigger impact on the whole industry. And we try to help them and to connect them and to be together through this dark period, because we didn't saw the light. We were afraid, to be honest. We had no money. We were very afraid and almost panicked. And we said, we need to do something. So we did. We moved online, and we started delivering trainings online, and we started gathering people online and talking with them and finding ideas from all the people and following all the webinars and learning from everybody to see what can we do in the future, to see what we should do from now. We had almost no money. And at some point, I have a friend, Alexei from Ukraine. He's actually my colleague, the other head trainer for the Diageo Bar Academy in Eastern Europe. He's handling the Russian-speaking countries. So I was speaking with him at some point, and I was discussing with him that I'm thinking about going more on on internet and pivoting a little bit. And he said that at some point that there are two guys in Russia who started the Russia Bar Solutions, and he followed their online course about bartending. And it was so clear for me, and I said, wow. You can do it online because people still want to learn. And Alexei said that he just finished the training. I mean, everybody in Ukraine, in Russia, is following their trainings because they're already famous. People are following them. People are starting learning from the internet. So I said, wow, this is the thing. This is the way this is the only way we can serve more hospitality industry entrepreneurs to offer a better experience to their guests. So we said, okay, this is the moment we pivoted and we changed our whole approach. All the content that we had, we changed it in an online version. We start putting videos together. This is the reason why I'm doing this podcast, because we are just pivoting in the virtual environment, helping the industry to be a better place, trying to relaunch Hospitality Industry 2.0 in a better way. In a better way, not just offering services. We need to offer experiences to our guests. Hospitality industry will change. So this was the epiphany that I had about consulting. And I said clearly, our mission is to start coaching and serving hospitality industry entrepreneurs online. So we developed hundreds of tools, systems, videos, cheat sheets, PowerPoints, PDF, Excel sheets, Google Docs, everything. So we worked so hard to launch a lot of info and a framework that we can help the hospitality industry online in the virtual environment, so we can support the whole hospitality industry. The framework that I learned from the whole experiences, the whole bad periods that I had in my entire life, was that this specific strategy that we are working for it, we call it hospitality to profitability. And we know that the most important thing in this period during the pandemic, I don't know when everything will be over, but until everything is over and a big period of time after that, we need to master our hospitality to increase our profitability. Hospitality industry, it's an industry with sadly small margins, with a very small profitability. And just from that small profitability, now after coronavirus, how many people will come out? How many sales everybody is losing? So I think it's absolutely impossible to keep that profitability, to keep the place profitable. So we called the whole program, we said it's hospitality to profitability. And it's how can we master the hospitality. We were obsessed about go to the core of hospitality, because to be honest, in this period and after the crisis, we need to reinvent the hospitality. We need to go deeper in the core of the concept of the hospitality industry. We need to take a look there. What's really hospitality? Are we hospitable? Are we delivering hospitality experiences to our guests? Do our guests pay us not just for the products, not just for the services? Do they pay us for the whole experience that we give, the whole memory that they have about the experience that they had with us? So our system, it's a pyramid. At the base are the products, make the products. We called it design. Design tasty and profitable products. This is the basis. You need to have tasty drinks. You need to have profitable drinks or dishes. So you need to think from the beginning. First thing, design for profitability. Design tasty products, but with big margins. So this is at the basis of the pyramid. Second step, it's services, as I told you that we just realized. Services, we call it develop remarkable services. Develop hospitality in your team. Offer to your guests hospitality, true hospitality, not just services. Be remarkable so they will remember you. And at the bottom of the pyramid, it's deliver. Deliver memorable experiences. So this is like putting everything together. You're offering products, services, but overall you need to put everything in a frame and deliver it in an experience, because an experience is a memory. How are you remembered when the guest is left your place? So this was the framework: design, develop, deliver, that we call hospitality to profitability. Design tasty and profitable products, develop hospitality, deliver memorable experiences. So this is the framework that we started. We had some good results. We started testing on all the trainings. So I personally serve thousands of bar staff around the world. I trained them, and I bits and pieces. I shared this info with them, and I share with all the bartenders the design tasty and profitable products and develop remarkable service, because this was my job at Diageo Bar Academy as a trainer. So I was very happy that I could serve a lot of bar staff around the world and help people from the hospitality industry to offer better experiences to their guests. Regarding the results, we had some good results with this framework. I told you about the party, the experience that we organized called Inferno. That experience was actually in a club in my hometown, and we wanted to organize an 8-hour experience to the people who are coming in the club. So from the 10 o'clock till 12 o'clock was lounge music, everything was green, you were in nature, smelling like flowers. There were like a lot of entertaining. We had like stand-up comedy, magicians. So you just came to the club to socialize, to be entertained by magician, stand-up comedy, and a lot of other actors. Then at 12 o'clock, we started giving hard music, starting entering them into the disco mood. We turn up the light, everything got darker. We start showing red more, so we were going slowly into the Inferno. Music was louder and louder. while the time was passing, and people were entering slowly into a disco state, into a dancing state, and a liberating state. So at some point at 1 o'clock, it was boom, inferno. The music was loud, basses, a lot of actors dressed as demons. So we were just feeling that we were dancing in inferno. So you just dance in inferno for 1 hour, and after that 1 hour, slowly we start lowering the music, start offering water. The colors went from red to blue, and they end up in the 9th cloud, and we were just offering water and anti-hangover drinks. Because we were thinking that we want to offer the whole experience. It's not just about the products or the service that we are offering, but from the moment the guest is entering into the place until the guest is leaving the place, it's our responsibility to design their specific experience. So this was like a crazy event that we did. It was a big success. We did it like 2 times in that place. And it was super nice, super excited. So this framework worked very well, and we offer people a memorable experience. This was super excited. Then we did a consultancy to Shoteria, which is a shot bar from Bucharest, from the Romanian capital. And we helped them improving the experience that they are offering to their guests. And we followed a roadmap that we did. It's called GUEST, which is GUEST comes from greet, understand, engage, serve, and thank. This was the framework that we actually applied to Shoteria, and it was a big success. They really liked it. I was super excited to do it and to see that so positive results. Since coronavirus started, we pivoted and we changed. We moved this content that I'm telling. We moved it online, and we developed some tools to design for profitability in order to see how much money are you making, how much cost do you have, how much gross profit are you making, how much net profit are you making in this period. So we helped Visuin, which is a cocktail bar, and Steam, which is a nice coffee shop. We helped them, and they helped us to develop the system on calculating all the costs or all the sales, and to help hospitality industry entrepreneurs to go through this crisis of coronavirus and close the industry. And the results were very well. I mean, the guys were really excited and happy that to see their numbers and to know that their business is still working and they can do business long term from now. So this was like some results that we obtained with this framework. To be honest, at the end, I feel that I achieved the desire that I have, because now I can work remotely and serve hospitality industry entrepreneurs from everywhere. I can work from the laptop, I can work from the seaside, I can work from everywhere. Still, the part with the money, we are still serving for free because coronavirus is still here. We cannot charge people from the hospitality industry because they are not making money. So we are continue serving people, helping them pass this crisis, and then we'll see how everything will go. But I think my transformation in the whole story that I'm telling you is that I realized that first, you need to serve for free. You need to offer your services, your products, what you are doing for free, to see how it's working, to see if people like it, to see if people buy it, to see if you like it first. To be honest, what I did I did it for free because I understand that we need to do something for free for the people we like in order to see if we like to do that and if it's worth it for the rest of our life to do that thing, and maybe at some point to be paid. But first, this is the thing that I realized, is that first I need to do something for free. So I'm trying to make hospitality industry a better place, to make it a happier place for staff, for owners, and for guests. And our mission as Brigada is to serve hospitality industry, present or future entrepreneurs, to offer better experiences to their guests and thrive in these hard times. So I will finish this podcast with a big question, which is actually will be the question for the whole podcast, will be, and the whole podcast from now on will be my struggle to answer this question and to help all the listeners in achieving what I want to do. So the big question is this: how can we, the hospitality industry, present or future entrepreneurs, offer memorable hospitality experiences to our guests in a way that our staff is happy and the business is profitable and sustainable? That's it for today. Your host Paul Sfirlea here. Super excited that you stood till the end. See you next time. Cheers!